Yeah, for sure. We'll put Carrick and Corrado in our third pair, and then match up accordingly. The Rangers are deep up front, real deep up front, so that'll give guys more opportunity to show how good they are.
Mike, what will be the biggest challenge for Jake as he moves up from Nikita tougher competition?
Well, I mean, it's just you're playing against the best guys, every shift, and so the best guys tend to be harder on D, and so you just got to handle it. But Jake's become a way better defender, and flat out can move the puck, and so he doesn't spend a whole lot of time in his zone. We'll see how it goes here today, but Zeit's a good player to play with too, and they should be a good pair for us.
Where's the biggest improvement been for him, do you think, in your year plus here?
Confidence, and just figuring out who he is again and getting his confidence back. And the coach can do whatever he wants for you, but until you earn it by playing right and by playing well, it's no different than the workplace. When you do a good job, you feel good about yourself. When you don't feel as good about yourself. So that confidence is earned, and he's done a good job of that.
He was saying he still feels like he's got levels to go. What sort of potential do you see in him?
Well, I'm glad he said that. No, I mean, he does. He's just a kid in his development. I think Naz is the same way. They got lots of ceiling left. And so, but part of it's going to take summers and the way you commit to working out and getting stronger and all those things. That'll help with confidence too. But I think it depends on what program you're in and when you arrive in a program and the development program they have there. Hunt's can do as good a job as he wants drafting the best players. If we don't develop and grow those players, 2 years later, your scouts don't look very good. And so, it's all part of the program you build.
Can you speak a little bit about Connor Brown and what he's done to impress you to earn the minutes and the time at Austin Matthews?
Well, he spent the whole summer with Hyman in the gym, and, they're machines. They work hard every day, so they earn the right to feel good about themselves, came to camp strong, are relentless, can practice harder, and work harder than anybody else every single day. Bring in every day. You don't need booster cables hooked up to their butt to get them going in the morning. They're going. And then as well as all those things, he's got a skill set and hockey sense. So you put those things together, it's, signs of a good career.
Coach, you've been fortunate to have 3 lefties and 3 righties on D for your pairs and be able to keep them consistent in game for a number of weeks now. With 4 righties and 2 lefties, would you be more inclined to mix up pairs in game when situations call?
Not really. I'm going to just watch them and see how they play, and then we're going to go accordingly. So my plan is to play 60 good minutes like this and not have to make any adjustments. You can watch and see.
Mike, I was chatting with Michael Grounder yesterday. He was complimentary of you and Lou for sort of restarting his career. And he didn't put up a lot of points here. Now he is, but he says he carried over.
Yeah, it was on his way, though. He got so many chances. He was snake-bitten, but he got his confidence back. Grabby was a guy we really liked here. I mean, he did a real good job for us. We'd have loved to have kept him. But we felt with the wingers we had coming, one of these kids wouldn't have got any ice time. And so as much as it's, and DJ Smith, who's running the penalty kill, was begging to keep him. But he's a good man, played hard, learned a lot, and tried to learn a lot, and tried to get better every day, and he was a guy we could really count on. We thought he was a real important player for us last year. He played in our matchup group with Leo and Naz and gave them pace, and he's a good man. You're cheering for him. When I saw him after the game in New York, you're happy for the kid.
Coach, how much harder is the games in the second half getting close to the playoffs than the first half, the kind of stuff that your kids are going to have to learn?
Well, what I'd tell you is the game you're playing is the hardest game of the year, and so if you think the first 10 isn't the hardest, you're wrong. They are. You got to get out of the gate, and then once you get going, and especially if you become a good team, then those games are harder because people are preparing for a good team. When you're bad, the other team doesn't prepare for you at all. So, obviously the league is tight top to bottom, and a team that feels good about themselves today, 5 games from now, might not be feeling that good about themselves. So it's just important to prepare for every game, and as the year goes on, the games elevate, but so should our team.
Mike, when you got a guy like Frank Hughes trying to break into a lineup, what do you look for? Do you want him to be out there making plays or just being safe and smart?
I want him to do what he does. I think it's a perfect opportunity for him. Riley getting hurt at the right time for him is great. He just played a whole bunch of games. He should be feeling as good about himself as he possibly can. He's not rusty. He's none of those things. He's played lots. Get in there and play. Now, the league, it's a hard league. And there's some guys that are the 7th and 8th D on a team for 10 years. It's not a bad job. But you don't want that job. You want to play. It's the fun's in playing. It's a game. You want to play. You want to go home, think about whether you're in the lineup. You want to know you're in the lineup. But the ball's in the player's court. As much as everyone thinks the coach decides, the coach doesn't decide. The players decide, we watch them, and whoever plays the best, we want to win bad.
And do you look at that as he made, any player is kind of being conservative and safe, or do you look for guys who are gonna jump in and make plays with them?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that if I was him. I'd just play. I wouldn't worry about that. How can the situation get any worse for you in his mind, right? You're not playing anyway. Why wouldn't you just go play, let her hang out, put your foot on the gas, and worry about fixing her practice tomorrow?